Does growth lead to debt sustainability, or does fiscal austerity foster growth? Understanding which way this causation runs is extremely critical for India's fiscal policy. Say you borrow 100 rupees at 8% interest. You invest it to generate a return of 12%. So you can repay 100 rupees principal and 8 rupees interest and still have 4 rupees in your pocket. In fact, you can borrow 100 rupees again to invest and continue pocketing some money every year as long as the interest you pay is lower than the return you make. Investment is thus self-financing in this example. This idea is important for India's policymakers to understand. So long as the GDP growth rate remains higher than the government's interest cost, debt remains sustainable, as in this example. Chapter 7 recommends that this important insight must be used by the government to spend on creating digital and physical infrastructure and enhancing India's human capital. While India cannot afford to use fiscal policy to spend unwisely on revenue expenditure, such as salaries, subsidies, and freebies, she certainly needs to employ fiscal policy to build public goods. Thus, as exhorted by Mahakavi Kalidasa, fiscal policy in India needs to use the tax collected to return it manifold by building physical and digital infrastructure as well as human capital. Moreover, the government should invest relatively more during economic downturns and relatively less when the economy is doing well. Economists call this counter-cyclical fiscal policy, which means that government spending runs opposite to the business cycle of peaks and troughs in the economy.